So keep in mind, this report came out on May 4th, and things have changed a lot since then, believe it or not. Oh, it's kind of stressful. But, I own a company that does executive search for manufacturing and industrial companies. Have for 20 years, live and speak manufacturing jobs all day long. And when you're talking to people in the industry right now, they're a little concerned because while they see a steady flow of people up on the executive side, upper management side, they're starting to see a massive gap on mid-level worker on down to the shop. And the issue is, do you want to go mess around with working on a shop floor or doing machining or many other things that are out in the shop's not sexy to no one anymore, right? It's dirty. Why do you want to do all that when you can just go work in a Amazon warehouse with a bunch of technology and get your college paid for and get good benefits and make about the same amount of money? So you're starting to see where some of these companies are starting to cipher off jobs off of manufacturing. They've already done it to the hospitality industry. Why do you want to be a server somewhere making 30 grand a year, even 40 grand a year, when you can go to Amazon and get similar money, guaranteed 40 hours a week, and get benefits and all these perks and maybe your college paid for? You don't want to go mess around the restaurant no more. Working weekends and doing all this stuff. You got to work the weekends in restaurants to get the good shifts anyways. And now you're watching these big companies siphon off all these workers, which, it's essentially, that's a death rattle for the small business, right? They're going to continue to struggle. And if you're a small manufacturer, you're really struggling. Again, if you need someone to drive a high-low in your small manufacturing company, do you want to drive a high-low for that small manufacturing company? Or do you want to go drive a high-low for Amazon? Which, once again, I'll repeat, you're going to get similar pay, plus the benefits, and the college, plus it's Amazon. There's at least the illusion, if not the reality, that you can climb up. It's Amazon. Sky is the limit. If you work for a $20 million manufacturer right now, where's the path up? And this is putting a tremendous hurt on our manufacturing sector. These are the conversations that we're getting into right now out in executive search side. Where do we go from here? How do we reinvigorate the talent base so we have a nice supply of workers to keep manufacturing sustainable in the United States? We keep talking manufacturing renaissance. We want it to come back. We want the reinvestment to happen here. Bring manufacturing back. Bring manufacturing back. How do you bring it back when you don't have the people to do the jobs? It's like, and just as you start to get the people to do the jobs, there's someone like Amazon that's over there siphoning off all your workers. It's a very tough place to be in right now if you're in the manufacturing sector. So again, it's those jobs pay well. You can get into welding. You can get into on the CNC machining side. Any CNC. You can CNC on a laser. There's so many different CNCs you can get into. You also see something in the workforce where people are navigating towards, quality of life more than income. And I just heard that on a podcast recently. I have to dig that up, but there's like a Reddit thread where people are more worried about what they're doing in their leisure time than what they're doing with their careers, for example. And if I got this choice between working in a loud, hot, dirty shop or working in Amazon, and it might still be hard work at Amazon, but it's just different kind of work. And I use this equation, and just think about this for a minute. Often McDonald's and Starbucks, as far as the kind of work goes, not tremendously different. You're in the fast food industry, you're in the QSR industry, servicing customers all day, rapid pace. Starbucks always seems to attract better workers, though. They might pay a little bit more money. They might have a little bit better benefits. But at the end of the day, it's still the same kind of bucket of QSR type of food. Drive through the whole nine, high volume. But Starbucks will always attract the better workers. In the same sense, Amazon and the small manufacturing, even mid-sized manufacturing companies, same battle going on, where similar type of work but one environment or one company is just more attractive. We do this over at a company that I started called Daggerfin, where we do employer branding. And the thought is it's all about trying to make your company more attractive to workers. Because if you can attract good workers, it's a hell of a lot easier and cheaper than having to go and seek them out. But as we get into this really competitive state, man, what do you do as a $20 million manufacturer right now, even a $100 million manufacturer, to stay competitive with Amazon, who they have billboards all over the place, not even advertising their products, advertising for jobs up to $22 an hour. Get benefits. And then you think, I get into Amazon, they're a huge company. They pay for my education, I get a degree, maybe I bust my butt for 5 years. I might be able to go make $70,000, $80,000 on Amazon if I'm a reliable, dependable employee. What manufacturing company is doing that right now? It took you, if you worked at Ford or GM back in the day, my father worked at a steel factory, for example. We had a lot of family in Tier 1 auto and at the OEMs. You could climb up, but it took you a long time. There's attractiveness to go work for one of the largest companies in the world with a, $1 trillion market cap, and sky is the limit. So I think there's really an uphill battle here between us wanting to have manufacturing back in the state, in the country rather, trying to bring back some of those middle-class jobs that pay well. And we can't do that if we don't have the workers. So they're talking about 2 million manufacturing jobs going unfilled by 2030. But if things continue down this path, are we even going to have manufacturing left here? Other than, value-add manufacturing or assembly. How much real manufacturing are we going to be doing in 2030 if nobody wants to do those jobs? So unless we have a fundamental shift in our society that, helps people coming out of high school and even college to say, hey, these are great jobs that can help you live a good life and be productive for society. If we don't get down that path and we keep trying to push people down, just go do technology and go do these other jobs, we're going to probably end up screwed. So hopefully this is not the death of manufacturing in the United States, but we shall see. Anyways, if you have any thoughts, drop a comment below. Until then, I'm going to catch you on the next one.